human reactions.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
This video is going to be the first of many Patreon suspect videos, and this is where my Patreon supporters add a player to the suspect list each month, and then each week take part in a poll to see who I'm going to focus on for next month's videos. The first video, as you can see here, is going to be on ZywOo. So I downloaded a few of his games, I went through them, and out of those games, these are the clips that I found most suspicious. First clip right here is a good example of aimshake, and you'll notice that he doesn't shoot at his target, but he does pretty much lock onto the target and then shake on top of him. And I think the reason that the bot didn't shoot was because the target was behind the smoke, but it recognized the target was there because he was shooting at ZywOo. When ZywOo steps out right here, he's going to get shot pretty much immediately. And you can see the shot coming from dark, but I don't think that justifies the adjustments that happen. Because as you'll see, as he gets shot, he goes to adjust to dark, then does this weird curve to dark, locks onto his target, and then locks onto his target behind the wall at coffins, and then starts aiming at coffins, even though he was shot at dark. And I think this weird curving motion that's happening to his target at dark is another example of the bezier curve that's implemented to humanize aimbots. With this first shot, you're going to see him lock back onto his target as he uncrouches. And with this second shot right here, you're going to see an afterlock back to the target after his op shot. And here's another example of him locking onto a target as he's crouching, except for this time his target's on the other side of a smoke. First thing you'll notice here is that he locks onto the target when he crouches, but he never shoots at the target. And I think this is because he uses a trigger bot, but for some reason it didn't activate right there, so that's why he had to switch to his deagle. And then he goes to kill the guy planting the bomb, but you'll notice that before both of his deagle shots, there's adjustments to his target's head each time. And then after killing the second target, he uncrouches and what looks like tries to lock back on to his dead target that he just killed, and then goes for the third target. And I don't know why the bot would aim at a dead target, but I think it had something to do with it not being dead for very long because the body was still falling to the floor when he goes to aim at it.
Bomb has been planted.
first shot right here, we have some micro adjustments before he actually takes his op shot. And this is at 20% of the game speed and tick by tick. Remember, at the original game speed, he just quick scoped this guy. And then we've got an example of him throwing a molly at window and locking back onto a target as he switches to an op. As ZywOo's fighting this guy in tunnels, a closer target steps into his field of view. And pretty much immediately he starts aiming at this next target, and he crouches as he's aiming to the next target, causing a zigzagging motion during the crouch animation towards the target's head. And then once he kills that target, uncrouches, he locks back onto the target at tunnels. Initially, you're going to see another afterlock here back to the target after he shoots his op. And then we have another curved adjustment to the target before he shoots his op. And I think this is another example of a bezier curve. Because in reality, there's no reason why he should even need to adjust his aim right there. He's just posted up, waiting to push mouse 1, waiting to shoot his shot. But instead, he's got this weird adjustment that looks like something an aimbot would do before he shoots. Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like button or the dislike button and leave a comment down below. Big shout out to all my Patreon supporters for doing their thing and making all this possible. And if you want to have your say in the next players to be reviewed, or if you're interested in early access to the videos I put out, make sure you check out my Patreon page for available options.